Okay, it looks like we're getting started. Good luck,
Right.
everybody. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's not too bad. That's good.
Yeah, the UI looks fine here.
Yeah, awesome. Sneak says he's betting
Alrighty.
on you to win.
Speedster's already deafened.
Oh no, he was actually saying you, Mamba.
Oh, well, fair enough. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
So we've got Bertram the Boar in the first position. I don't know too much about Bertram, except for the fact that he's definitely not a boar behind a computer playing Risk.
Yep.
And we've got Felix, who's playing as purple. Rumor has it he definitely doesn't like the song Feliz Navidad for numerous reasons. Then we've got Johnny 007, who I absolutely know 110% has zero relation to any generation of actual James Bond people.
His athletic ability is near zero.
Exactly.
Is that Johnny demanding a bonus?
Perhaps it is. Johnny is a very aggressive player from what I've seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now we've got King John playing as blue as a beginner in a 1v1. Royal pain in the butt to Kilted's channel. And then we've got Truth Powers, who's a grandmaster as well. Not entirely sure if this is true, but I think he has a brother named False. And we also have Speedster, who plays with the same camo every time, but should be playing as green instead because rumor has it he was born in Jamaica but raised in Germany, hence being German. But actually, it's more Jamaican if you think about it.
Now, Speedster in the last position gets 6 troops here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got about, I guess you could call it 4 positions. Does he move into Red's
I
bonus?
think he
He
does.
does.
He wants the portal.
I don't think he wants the portal. I just think he wants to let Purple know that don't move out. He does not get a bonus.
Ah.
Because bonus taking, especially in the 3rd position, is very scary.
Yeah.
But in Truth's position, I really, or sorry, not Truth. In Johnny's position, I really hate his setup because he has nothing on the right side islands, either one of them. He's fairly open to everybody on the board.
Yeah.
Purple does get out.
So now it's basically Speedster versus Johnny.
It's a matter of if Johnny is going to roll that 6 or not. And I don't think he can
He
because he
is.
won't. No, he can't because he won't hold the bonus because everyone else is going to break him.
So he's just taking a cheap card.
Yeah, as much as Johnny would love to smack that stack and show that he wants that bonus, he can't do it because he knows the repercussions from all the other players with all those stacks sitting next to him won't allow him to do it.
Mm. Oh, and it is a 70% game.
It is 70% as well.
Yeah. 70% with progressive cards, expert box, 60-second timers.
nice little text we have written up on the stream now.
Oh, 70%
70%
is
equals 27
27
territories. And normally on this map, especially for 70%, you see people having at least 3 stacks. So with the amount of territories on this map, one player is going to lose a lot of stacks, or a few players are going to lose a bunch of stacks,
Very
or
quickly.
somebody dies.
Yeah.
That's the only way somebody will be able to run the 70 here.
Speed just making sure Johnny's never getting a bonus.
Well, see, now that if Johnny is going to be allowed to hold that one, he wants to take his own, which is understandable. But it all depends on what Feliz does, because Feliz could just say nah and move in and sit. Green is saying he wants to go up, but I don't think Speedster gives that position up.
What you doing, Speed? Oh, getting his calculator out.
Doing some math.
Lots of math. Yeah, out of all of the Risk streamers that I've watched recently, it seems like Speedster's a very big math person.
And I'm just looking at positions. This is going to be really hard for Johnny to be able to do anything for kills because of that right side having no positions there. Because every other player has at least one position there.
Yeah. Does being a very big math person mean you're able to count to 27? Absolutely, Buns. I'm sure he could count way higher than 27, maybe even in another language.
I can count to 27 in French.
Oh. I remember.
But I will not do it because I will embarrass my pronunciation.
Yeah, and especially trying to speak French in front of a Canadian, I don't know if you really want to do that.
Definitely not.
No. I can't say that my accent would be any better, but I mean, I also haven't tried speaking French since I was in high school, and we're not going to talk about that because I've been 26 or I've been 25 for the 6 years. That's like 25 for the last 6 years.
Forever young.
Forever young. I think Mallory is the streamer with math. Is she? I mean, I know we count claws on my channel. We definitely don't count claws on Mallory's channel. Johan, I think you're saying that you could speak Spanish, but only counting in up to 3. But I'm not entirely sure.
So another number that Speedster put up on there is the 11. He put that up there so he knows that there are 11 territories he can avoid.
Oh.
So when he's looking at lines at the 70, he doesn't have to hit 11 of them. So a greatest example is in that top right spot. If he's able to clear out the entire left side, he can almost ignore the right side completely. Obviously, most of the troops are going to be in the middle, so not viable, but...
Interesting. Oh, because I guess the way that the pathing around the map works is he doesn't have to. Yeah, he wouldn't have to go all the way through that top territory to get to the rest of the map.
Yep. He just has to find a perfect path through some ones, hope people combine positions, and not choke up the board more than it already is. Speedster's trying to figure out where his best card is.
Mm-hmm.
Might also be looking at some pathing here.
Yeah. Yeah, Mallory says if you count more than 11 that are impossible, then the 70 shouldn't be run.
Yep, so I think Speedster wants to get cuddled because Green did signal he wanted to go that way, but I don't think Green wants that anymore.
No.
Johnny creates another position for himself. He needs
Ooh.
as many as he can get. Everyone's just keeping their positions equally strong.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's like pretty close until everybody sets in at some point.
Yeah. One thing to keep in mind is even though they are close currently, Green will be getting the 4 trade while, for instance, John is going to be getting the 10 trade,
Yep.
and White's going to be getting the 15. But it's at this point where everyone starts to figure out where stacks are because they're not moving around too much. They just have to figure out where are their lines going to be on probably the player directly after them, if not the player that's 2 or 3 after them as well.
Yeah. All of the emoting.
Yeah, Speedster is now getting snuggled in that corner, but he does have a portal there.
Yeah, so whenever the portal actually opens, it'll be good for him in some way if he ends up stacking somewhere else or like adding to a stack through the portal.
I don't know if he likes the portals too much because he's got 2 stacks on him.
Yeah.
Doesn't really have anywhere to move with him. I don't think it'll be a problem though, because I don't think anybody goes for a kill. Because that would probably just be feeding it. Oh, he does have the wild. He's got the
Yeah.
guaranteed set on 3 for the next trades if he so wishes.
Which it wouldn't surprise me if he did.
Yeah. The only thing to be careful of is if he does make the decision to set early there, then what's going to end up happening is he's creating bigger sets for the other players that are going to go for kills.
Right.
So instead of, for instance, during the next sets, obviously we're going through the first, the next sets Green's going to be getting the 20 if they set first, but if he sets on 3 and they go to 4, Green's going to be getting the 25, which is a lot more malleable to just play around with a bit extra troops, makes lines a bit easier, but it also snowballs how fast the game progresses. Now that all these sets are coming through, everyone's looking like, okay, this is the person I have to go for. You know, Johnny's probably looking at King John, or he's looking
Yeah.
at Truth, and he's looking at this position. He's going, how do I get to the right side? I've got to figure out a way to get to the right side. Because if he can't get to the right side, there's nothing he can do to kill either of them. And I think what he's hoping for is he's hoping for a portal, or he just plans to brute force it through one of those 7 stacks that are in the way.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you have a large enough stack, a 7 isn't actually going to bother you in any way.
Yeah. Okay, so Truth is going to be on 48, unless he loses a troop after this turn. And he could choke up the map more, or he could give himself easier lines. Adding there does choke it up a bit.
Yeah.
There's one kind of important detail, like if Green decides to go for a kill or something, is that there's a purple 1 that is kind of being safeguarded. It's not being safeguarded by much, but it is being safeguarded a little bit in that corner, towards the center top of the map.
Mm.
But when everyone goes to 4 cards, the portals will be closed on when they take their 4th card. But then the portals reopen. We'll see how the stacks shift. Ooh.
Moves into one portal. Smart. Or moves out of the portal onto a
The
stack now
question
they're
is,
gone.
do those players let that stack remain? Because that does make it a lot harder for black to get to them. Because that 11 stack is now open to essentially nothing. He's got to hit through a purple 6 in order to access the nearest white stack, and black would be lining up white if anybody.
Yeah.
Wow, green doesn't move back.
Nope.
Purple does, no, purple does want to be on the portal.
Yeah, cheap card opens the portal, sees where he can go afterwards, maybe.
Well, he's early in the turn order, so he is looking for kills here. And green is not a viable kill, really, because he's got that white 16 speedster added to that 16.
Yeah.
And made it so green is practically unkillable, at least during the first trades. Let's see, who has lines on who, though?
It almost
Purple
looked.
has very good lines on red.
Yeah. It almost looked like for a second to me that speed had lines on green, but it doesn't really look like that to me anymore. Like in some spots,
Unfortunately,
yes.
yeah, because speed is in the last position, he can do one of 2 things. He can set early, right here on 3, and kill somebody, just getting the 4 bounty points, securing at least he gets some points going into the second game. Or he can sit, hope somebody makes mistakes, because that's another option. But it's just a matter of who he would decide to go after and who, would be profitable, or. But he's thinking about it. His cursor's on the cards.
Yeah.
Because it's going down on the next turn, because purple's got really good lines on red.
Yeah. He's got to decide whether or not he's going to actually set or not. No? Oh, and he doesn't.
Chooses not to. Oh, he
Okay.
card skips. I like it.
Oh!
I do like that though.
Yeah.
That means nobody will be able to kill him for a trade here.
Yep.
Let's see. Is green killing blue? It is possible that green kills blue here. Oh, super risky if they don't have more troops than that. That is super tight. Ooh, okay,
Right.
they don't go for it.
Nope.
Good. Super close. Purple will get the 25 here. How confident is he on red? Does he add? That's a lot there. That's a lot more than he would need. He's not.
It doesn't look like it.
No, he's playing it safe.
Yep.
So Johnny, if he has a set on 4, there are two people he can kill for sets, which are blue and black. Oh,
Oh?
he gets bad dice. Oh,
Oh.
good dice.
Okay. Oh, not okay.
No, he's got it.
Oh.
He does. That roll on the 11 at the top, that got him the bounty.
Damn.
He had just enough. Super risky, but well done. Bad dice too. Can he chain this though? He's got 30 troops to play with. Who are they facing? He's got a portal. He's got 20 there. What's that enough? Can't do green, that's not possible. Is he thinking maybe black? No, he can't. He's got no way to get to the 15, so he is just gonna sit. And Johnny, how good of lines does he have? If he's got a set, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Johnny telegraphing he has no set?
Sounds like it.
Oh no, he does. He's messing with us. Of course.
Gotta
Okay.
love the use of emotes sometimes.
Yeah. Let's see. Does Johnny attempt a kill on anybody here, or does he? I mean, black is a viable kill here.
Does he go for it?
No. He needed to add more to the 11. If he added more to the 11, he had it because of the portals. I mean, look at those portals. That 9 that he didn't have access to the entire game is open.
Yeah.
And Speedster sets are truth sets, but he can't kill anybody because truth are God dang it. Speedster card skipped, so he can't even kill him for a set.
Nope.
But the lines, they could be very well open to end right here.
Yeah, you
Because a
think
lot of these
Truth-
stacks are condensed.
You think Truth runs the 70?
I think he has to, because if he doesn't, somebody else will.
He's running out of time if he doesn't.
He's going.
Oh.
Chugging away. But then he goes up. Gotta keep going. They gave him the lines. They gave him the lines. He's got it.
Eee,
There it
good
is.
job.
Well done. So Truth takes it
Yeah.
with no bounties, but doesn't matter.
No.
He's got points going into the next round, so only him and Feliz have points.
Oh, what happened to the scoreboard? Yeah, is Blazin still awake? I'm not entirely sure. Hi, Nathaniel. Yeah, Speedster's just setting up the next game. Or maybe he's not setting up the next game? can you see who's putting the lobby together, or? Oh no, he is putting it together. Nathaniel, I wasn't really planning on doing a Sunday stream because I'm doing PRT. I got a few things that I need to work on, so you might have a stream from me tomorrow or Tuesday. Potentially tomorrow. You will know probably before the end of my workday, but definitely Tuesday. What? No game night? I mean, we could do game night. I wouldn't be doing it on stream. I'd definitely be sticking to just doing it on Discord. Hi, No Name.
Just missing Feliz from the lobby now.
Yes.
Scores look updated. Truth sitting at 10. Feliz is at 4. Everyone else tied.
Yeah, so far so good looking for Truth.
There are very few scenarios in which Truth does not make it to the next round. Actually, is it even possible?
Well, it depends. If Truth in this game happens to tie with anybody that is already going in the golden group this week, we have to do the tiebreaker for Kilted and Kiol, I believe. And anybody else that would probably tie from this match.
I'm thinking points and figuring out if there's a point combination for the other players in which Truth does not make it in one of the top 3, but I think he's guaranteed.
Yeah, I
Because
believe.
Feliz would have to get 2 bounties to barely pass him by 1 point, but then there's not enough for anybody else to get the bounties with somebody else winning.
Yeah.
Not enough points to give out here.
Oh, I didn't realize that Blazin. Oh, so Speed is doing the match host and streaming. So he's the one updating my scores. At least according to him.
Blazin is doing it.
Yeah, I thought Blazin was doing it. It didn't make sense to me for a minute. I just looked at Discord for a second.
Yeah, Speedster said he could, but Blazin said he'll take care of it, and I agree with that because Speedster should focus on his game.
Yeah. I thought that would have been weird that he was going to try and do both.
Okay. So Johnny Boy in the last position, he's gifted a bonus. And I don't think anybody can stop him unless green moves in.
Nope.
But if it's going to be a bonus game, I wonder what everyone's going to take. Black maybe wants the top bonus, Speedster does, or the one with his 3 and the 4 in the middle, but we'll see. Maybe it's not a bonus game and green moves in.
Have you watched many of the other matches that have happened in the tour?
I think I've only seen 2 where bonuses were taken.
Yeah.
I did see 1, and that was the game yesterday, and bonuses were taken in that game.
Right. I think I only saw a bit of Pete and Kilted's games separately, so I wasn't entirely sure if they played for a bonus game or not.
Oh yeah, It's gonna be a bonus game, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Purple's not too happy about it being a bonus game because he does not have good lines.
No.
Yep, White is Yep, King John, he's signaling that he wants you guys out.
Yep, that's his bonus. You thought it was your bonus, but it's definitely his bonus.
Oh yeah, and they're laughing at him.
Yep, you think this is funny, but this is my bonus.
Green says good luck. Oh, and he adds there too.
Oh god.
That is fantastic.
Yep.
John's not happy about that. He did the whole angry face too.
Yep.
Blue's finding a reason to not move his 3 out of there. He's saying, I want to move it through your 2 in order to get to my bonus.
Yeah.
Fleas gets 5. Speedster
Yeah,
says,
just
watch this, like he's gonna hit the stack.
Yeah.
He might do it. He might decide
probably
he wants
will.
to do it. Now that Felice sees people are gonna be taking bonuses, I wonder what he does here.
Mm-hmm.
Does he just create more positions? Keep them alive? Oh, he signals red that he wants it. Because he knows red is going to be taking that bonus right below him. He's got 6 troops.
Yep, fortifies that way, so.
Slap them all there. Slap them all there. Make sure nobody can take it from you, and he's good.
Yep.
Maybe add 1 to that singular 1 position as well. Nope, everything there. I like it. Good stuff, Johnny. Does lose a troop. And he moves out of Speedster's way. Johnny has understood that if he holds a bonus, he must let the rest of the board hold one.
Yep.
Or whoever's willing to hit some troops. Because nobody, well, maybe Green moves out of the way, but we'll see. Maybe Green just keeps himself inside of John's bonus here.
Oh.
Green is not playing around. He wants it.
Yep.
Everyone's signaling each other. I want a bonus. I want this one. I want that one.
Let me have it. You get this one. I want that one.
Oh yeah, he's gonna say goodnight to that 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is gone. Blue's not happy about it, but he had the chance to move it and combine it with his 4. And he has muted Truth. He muted his emotes. That's fantastic.
Oh, too good.
He says, suck it up. You could have got it out if you moved the other way, combine it with your 4. You
Yep.
decide to keep it in there, you lose it.
It's not my problem anymore. It's your problem.
Yeah. He said, move it or lose it.
And he lost it.
Oh yeah. Now this is an interesting situation because of turn order, green and blue can't move out on the same turn. So blue, if he moves the 2 for green, which I don't think he has the troops to do so anymore because he just lost a bunch. Yeah, he signals to green, gotta let me out. Obviously he's gonna take his bonus. Okay, that allows green to move up, but because of turn order, John's gonna have to wait a whole nother turn to even have a chance at his bonus here. And even better yet, that fortify from truth makes it so purple can't get his 3 out, so green is also stalled for another turn at least. Yep. Purple signals to Johnny, I want my bonus. I'm sure Johnny's happy to save those 3 troops because he knows they're going to get hit if he doesn't. Speedster keeps muting them all because they keep spamming fist bumps.
Yep. He's like, we don't need to know that we're all cool with each other.
Yeah, we already know this.
Yeah.
This is not a secret. Green, Bertram here is gonna struggle to try to take that bonus because there's so many more troops that are still in it. That blue 4 is part of the bonus.
Yeah.
And so he's got to somehow get truth out and somehow let purple out. But I think truth just gonna leave it there. And by leave it there, I mean, I think he's gonna move his 4, but he's not gonna move the 4 to let purple out. But he will move the 1 connected to green's stack. But one thing to keep note of is Speedster is in essentially 1 position.
Yeah.
He is, that is his, not anywhere else on the map. Yep, he's time. He hits the purple 2, and he's gonna fortify to his 6, and basically let Truth know, move it or lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And Truth has already experienced that once. So he probably wants no business losing another stack, especially since he's kind of weak on this board. Even with him taking a bonus, he's still behind. The only people he's ahead of are the people without bonuses. But everyone's asking a lot from Truth. He'd need to move 3 positions in order to get out of everyone's way. Yeah, look at Truth stalling again. Look at him stalling again. He wants that position, so he's like, let me out. Let me go that way.
Someone has to let him go somewhere, but not really.
Okay, so he's willing to make 2 attacks, but not the 3rd attack to get out of Green's way.
No.
Least takes his bonus. Everyone's saying good game because Johnny's on 31 troops and everyone's laughing. Johnny finally gets that 3 out of that corner. And green is I'm concerned for the board stability here because green is in a position where He still can't take his bonus. Everyone else is gonna break the 30 troop marks on their next turn, except Truth.
Yeah. And it is
Well,
progressive.
everyone's gonna be extremely close to 30 because some people are gonna lose some ones, but even with it being progressive, because the troop counts are going so high, the sets don't have to be super big for somebody to kill somebody here.
No.
Speedster's, in my opinion at least, preemptively putting his troops facing Truth because that's who he's gonna have the best lines on here. Everyone's spamming good game because they let John hold that bonus.
Yep.
Which is, yep, a +6.
Yep.
Speedster wants to emphasize
It's
that.
absolutely a
That it is a
+6.
+6. And
What
John even John, like not having a bonus for as long as he did, just looking at the troop counts of the other players, he's still the third strongest in this game.
This is crazy to
Oh
see.
man. Let's see, the only person that could stop him without any repercussions is gonna be Johnny Boy. Let's see if Johnny plays as aggressive as I think he will.
Yeah.
Because in Johnny's position, he's last to go, so he's got last dibs, so he can't really afford to have somebody get this strong.
No.
Because he's 3 players before him, which basically means that John's gonna just probably sweep, killing the 2 people before him. I think Johnny smacks it. I don't think he lets him hold it.
No.
Johnny's trying not to give in to the urges. He wants to. And everyone's egging him on.
Yeah, just do it. It's fine.
Johnny's really putting some thought forward to this.
Yeah.
He adds 2 elsewhere, he adds them there. Oh, that's a 100% roll. Oh, he doesn't do it. He's gonna be allowed to hold.
Oh.
Oh, he slow rolls him once.
Oh my god.
He
He
rolls
breaks
and he
it.
does. There he goes.
Oh god.
Oh, John cannot be happy about that.
No.
But I think that had to happen.
Yeah. In order for the game to progress in some way, it would have had to.
I think in order for the board to progress in any way except John snowballing and winning during second sets, it
Yeah.
had to happen. John's doing the dynamite dice, he's losing his marbles. Yep, Johnny does the fist bump, and I think that's him signaling that, okay, you can hold it now, I'm not gonna hit you again.
Yeah.
Oh! He breaks Truth.
Oh shit.
Interesting. He says whoops, but I think John may lose that position. I don't know if Truth lets him hold that after that. Yeah, no, he loses that position. Oh, is John gonna lose the 4? Because that isn't a very aggressive fortify from Truth. Moves it out of the bonus, no longer protecting it. Of course, it would be pretty funny if nobody broke Truth and then John decides he's gonna add all 9 troops he's gonna get on his turn to the top, because then Truth can't really hit it.
Yeah.
Without crushing his own game, so. Question is, does Johnny give into the urges to break him here? I don't think he can, though. Because he's got to make sure the players before him are strong enough to live. Yep, he does not. He's gonna combine those, I presume. Does. So green has a lot of positions left alive on this board. They are virtually unkillable to a single player. But anything can happen because they did not hold their bonus for such a long period of time. But because of the little infighting that's been happening, there are two players that are extremely weak.
Yeah.
A lot of troops were lost. John will catch up fairly quickly.
Truth,
But
probably not.
truth is hurting. Truth is hurting.
Oh. An
69.
unofficial 69.
Unofficial 69.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah. If Speedster hasn't made his decisions obvious yet, he's very clearly showing that he's tempted.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
he's contemplating the kill on blue here? No,
He couldn't
surely
get to the
not.
5.
He can with his 13.
True. But he hits
His
green.
13 because yeah, he was thinking about it. But he knew if he failed it, he basically fed the game to John.
Right.
John already has the best bonus on the board. And John's catching, actually, scratch that, he's already caught up. He's going to be stronger than most. Yep, see, John just adds a bunch of troops to that top position. He's not losing that. Truth
Yeah.
isn't going to hit that one. No way John breaks there. Oh, he sends the fist dump. He goes, "Stop hitting my crap, or you're gonna regret it." This is not the path you want to go down, Truth.
No.
Truth has 15 troops to play with here because he does have a set. The Truth could say screw it and hit it anyways, but that would basically feed the game. More than likely to green, who's gonna have first dibs, but we shall see.
Mm-hmm.
Is red killing green here a possible line? He's getting he's getting 5 troops on his turn, add that all to the 8, then set
Mm-hmm.
in, place the rest on his 8, and he's gotta kill. It would be really tight. It'd be really tight, but it would be possible. Ready. And with Johnny getting the 15 sets are up to 20. It's about, troop counts on average is about probably 45, 46, somewhere
Yeah.
around that number. Yeah, he is going for green.
Damn.
It's close. It's so close because that's 6. He's got to kill the 6.
Yeah. Oh, and he
Oh,
doesn't get it.
wow. That is unfortunate. I saw the lines. It was definitely possible, but the dice were not there.
No.
Dice were not there. So this game, I mean, if green has a set, then maybe the board could stabilize a little bit. Green's chances are completely crushed, though.
Yeah.
If green has a set, he might attempt the kill on red. That might be his play to get some points on the board, but I don't know. I mean, his chances on moving on have been totally crushed here.
Yeah.
But he did have the set, so he will live. Nobody will kill him for one card here.
Yeah.
He obviously breaks him. Does he remove that position
Nope.
entirely? He doesn't. He sits. Okay. Very, very tolerable of him to not just smack that out.
Yep.
Yep. I think Speedster's made his stance clear. If nobody does anything on this turn, he's got the set. If blue doesn't have a set here and goes to 4 cards, blue probably dies. John is casually caught up with the troop leader earlier in the turn order.
Yeah.
Feliz is still going to be pretty strong. But I don't think there's anything Truth can do here unless Truth has a set. There's nothing he can do here to stop what's coming on the next turn. There's no portals to create another position. The only thing he could do is try to hide a stack somewhere and have people guard it, but this board is so open because of the red-green situation. Tucks his stack just a little bit farther away.
Yeah.
Yep. Speedster's showing us the lines he's got. He's going for blue.
Yep.
Yep. If nothing happens, he's got blue. And if Johnny takes another card, does he die for that? Let's see. So Speedster sets, kills blue for 4. He's back to 2 when he in-turn sets. And with whatever is remaining of his stack, he's got it. Oh! Purple's gonna try to kill red here.
Oh shit.
If the slow rolls go well, he's got it. Oh!
And
He has it!
there he goes.
He's gonna set in turn. He's gonna be on 3 cards again. If he kills anybody except green, he trades in turn.
Mm-hmm.
He's trading in for the 25. Does he have lines on anybody here? That's 8 there. Who could he be going for here? The white kill? Is that what he has in mind?
Maybe.
I think if you're Feliz here, the game is essentially ending on the next turn. I think you go for a kill on green just to make your points go that much higher. Because he would beat Truth with, I believe, 11 points if he got another bounty here. So he would, and Truth is going to die to Speedster on this turn.
Yeah.
So, which I believe will be followed very quickly by white. Bertram might be asking to get guarded in that corner, but I don't think it's going to matter because everyone that can guard him is going to die.
Yeah.
He only needs to add, yeah.
Good
I mean,
game.
he's already got the 100% roll. He adds everything up there. It's going to be a sweep.
Yep. There he goes.
He gets pretty good dice. Needs to make sure he doesn't mess up the slider.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got it. and that's the reset. He's going to be getting the 35 trade, and I mean, he's lined up on white.
Yeah.
Finish off white here, I think. And that's his lines to win. Maybe add another. Yeah, he's got so many troops to mess with.
Yep.
Oh, is he looking at green? No, should not be looking at green here.
He should be looking at white.
Yeah, needs to be looking at white because green does not set him in turn.
Maybe he realizes that
No,
now?
he's looking at it now. He's looking at it now,
Yeah.
yeah. No, he's not.
Do it in a different order.
No, he needed to do it in that order because he can't get the 13 in the middle.
No.
That is not
Uh-oh.
good because he's not setting in turn.
No. He's running out of time.
No, he can't do it.
Nope.
Oh no.
Mm.
John gets back to his turn. John's on 4 cards.
And speed's on 5.
If any one of them have sets here, Speedster loses. And he won't make it because of points, because one of them's going to win. The only way he gets points is if John does not have a set and John gets no kills here. If John cannot kill Speedster on this turn and win the game, then Feliz most likely will. Wow, John has no set? Oh man. Wow, that is rough. John had a set there. I think John sweeps it. Gonna hit Feliz a bit. Breaks a bonus. Doesn't open the 20 stack.
No.
I don't think it matters though, because sets are at, I believe it's the 40 now, which are way, way big in the troop counts. So
Yeah.
I think that's all she wrote. Feliz adding the troops with speed, and he's gonna get it. Wow, and so Speedster, luckily John did not have a set, so Speedster will move on.
Very nice.
I think Speedster was thinking about getting the bounty, but I think he was forgetting that about the points situation. Because because Feliz got the red kill and he's got 2 bounties in 2 different games, he actually beats Speedster by 1 point when it comes to how the bounties are given out. But Speedster does move on, and Feliz winning this game with how many bounties? With 4 bounties?
Something like that, yeah.
Or three bounties because Speedster got 2 of them. So Fleas was first and 3. Let's see if we can get some post game if people want to hop in the waiting room, get pulled in here. We got a few in here already. Just gotta unmute them.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Speedster.
GG.
Yeah, good game.
GG.
That was awesome.
I was really nervous for you when you didn't go for the white kill there. I was thinking that's the sure shot way you win. If you get the white kill, you set, then you kill Feliz and you just sweep it.
Yeah, I gotta get that tiebreaker set up.
And then when I saw you go for green, I was really nervous because if King John had a set there, he would push you out of the top 3 if he wins that game.
Well, Feliz got points in the first game, and Truth. Feliz had 4 points. If King John just kills Feliz with a set.
Feliz got because Feliz got the red bounty this game.
Alright.
So he was on 8 points. You were 1 point behind him, which is why I was nervous about it. Yeah, that was real tight because if King John did have the set and swept the game there, Feliz does beat you by 1 point because he got 2 bounties in different games. Yeah, 1 bounty in each.
Yeah, maybe I should have gone for white.
I think that was definitely the play.
Yeah,
but
Johan,
it
if
ended
you
up
could
working out
unmute
in the end.
everybody else, that would be great.
It did work out in the end for you, so I guess no complaints on your end. Just a bit nerve-wracking. That was a bit scary at the end there.
Oh. Mamba, outside looking in, did I have that kill if I didn't get shit dice?
If you didn't get shit dice, you had it. I was calling it.
Johnny, I hate you. I hate you, Johnny.
There's nothing I could do. King John, I
You
let
sorry
roll
son
your
of a
bonus the
bitch.
second time.
Dude, if you'd have broke me the second time, I was suicide into you. I didn't give a shit.
King John, the rational player you are, I know I can break you once, but twice, no.
well, I
Dude,
think
even if you did break me, I'm still behind everybody because I got it
King
turned
John,
forward.
Yeah,
you
but
know
you
who I'm
caught
upset
up.
about in that game?
Oh man.
I killed Green, basically, but I'm upset that Truth moved his 5 out. If he gave me one more turn, I kill you, King John. Easy. Easy.
Oh yeah? I don't think so.
Johnny, what was that? What was that? What was that move though? That turn where you went for the kill on
So
what's his name?
I had it. I had the
It
kill.
was close.
Mamba agreed
I
outside
think
looking in.
I think the way you had to do it though was you couldn't have made it a 15 on 10 at that like top center position. It had to be like a 13 on 10 the rest to the left.
Yeah.
I think you had to roll some risky rolls, but if you did that and you won the 13 on 10, I think you have it.
Because I mean that was a 99% up top, so that's where I got it to. But I don't know. True.
Yeah.
When I was looking at it, I was just like, somebody's gonna end up going for something. I thought that it was a fairly safe kill, but I think I lost 2 and then 2 right away, and I probably should have gone for the big pocket before I went for the up top. Thinking back on it.
Truth.
If I
Truth. The reason why I broke you is because you encouraged Johnny to break me.
Yeah, but I moved out of your bonus, bro. I could have stayed in there.
Oh, I would have hit your 5 stack. I didn't care.
No,
Oh, yeah,
I could have made it a 10. I could have made it a
that.
10, easy.
Oh yeah. I still would have hit your. I could have broke your bonus when you first got it.
Everybody was encouraging him though. I wasn't the only one, so
Well,
I just
dude,
thought it was
was
funny you
gonna
broke
sit
me.
back and let King John do his thing, but I was like, King John's good enough just to win this game super fast if you owe it to +6. Like any bounties I had a chance at getting.
It would have just been. You've been holding +2 for the first turn.
Oh. Yeah, from the first turn, one turn eliminates 3 of my holds, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, King John, I did say that the right play there was definitely to break you, just because I mean, even by the end of the game, you basically had the troop lead. Like, before the sets went crazy, you were there.
But also, breaking somebody, depending like how I react, gives the game away too.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure, but you're a good enough player not to do that.
Oh, dude, I thought long and hard about it. I wanted to. Cause I don't give a shit about risk right now, you know?
And Johnny
wasn't
thought long and
concerned.
hard about breaking you too. He did think long and hard about it.
The turn that I broke you. The second turn where I let you hold was when I was scared.
it.
I was just like, he's gonna do it just to prove a point. Like,
Yeah.
man.
But dude, if I had a set on 4, bro, that's easy game.
Yeah, if you had a set on 4, you do win, and it would be Truth, Feliz, and yourself moving on there.
I do want the world to know I had a set on 3. I just want to say that.
By the way, I didn't realize what the scores are. I was like, yeah, 2 bounties is probably enough.
Yeah,
And
bonus.
It just so happened that the person that got the 1 bounty in the first game got the one in the second game, so it wasn't enough.
But Mama, this
Speed-
is all
just
cool
barely.
stuff.
Speedster.
Like, you ask Mitch who's gonna be the golden group.
pardon?
I believe we have a tiebreaker game to play before we know the entire golden group, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Don't.
Speedster, I just have to
golden
ask. Speedster, I have to ask. Did you think that the kill on King John was risky? Because it seemed almost like 100% to me.
can't
Besides
set up
those
every
15 on
bounty.
8.
This
I
is my
think his
problem.
mindset was he was thinking 2 bounties was enough.
Technically, you
I
need 4
think
people
that
to
was
set
the
up a
goal.
Yeah, I
but
didn't have the scores in mind.
But like, you
Bro,
could kill King John just as easy and trade it in and possibly won the game as well.
But
Yeah,
if
I
you
don't
didn't kill
wanna talk
Green,
about it.
I was gonna kill Green. That was my plan. I could have killed Green without a set.
You need to set
Yeah,
this all
if
against
Green
somebody.
didn't die to Speedster, yeah. But I think if Speedster doesn't kill Green, he kills you. I think he sees the lines
Yeah.
on you and he kills you if he's not thinking
Speed-
2 bounties should be enough.
Speedster can't play on any map but a EU event.
What do you mean? Who said that?
King John.
Me.
King John. Aren't you the guy that killed it in a 3v3 in your team? Your own
No.
teammate?
Kilton hit me. Kilton hit me. Speedster.
Love the trash talk.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I think.
You know,
I think.
I'm just here for Speedster's team. You know, I really just fed it to Speed. I want to make sure he moved on. It was not a mess up on a kill by me. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, for
Oh, dude.
sure.
Johnny, I hope you never win another game of Risk.
Well, now I just know I had to break any bonus that King John has. I just had to break it immediately.
Alrighty, so everyone be quiet for 1 second. Let's listen up to Becky.
Yeah,
'Cause Becky's gonna do something.
we're about to do the tiebreaker between Kyle and Kuehl in order for whomever to move on into the Golden Cup.
I hope Kyle
So
loses.
that once we have this information, then you will know who is in the golden group and who is not.
And based on turn
What
order,
were the
it looks
Golden
like Kuehl is moving
Kuehl
forward
goes through.
instead of Kyle. Yeah.
Obviously, Kyle still moves on, but just not into the golden group.
Yes, not into the Golden Group.
Tough. Freak you, Kyle.
So the golden group is one group completely moves on if I read the rules correctly, right?
The entire golden group, they move on. There's
they skip.
nobody getting
Yeah,
eliminated,
we're
and the
trying
winner
to
of the golden group goes
do that.
straight to the finals. Everyone
To the
else goes to the
semifinals, right?
quarterfinals, or the
Okay.
semifinals. Sorry.
How do you even get in the golden group?
The golden group is the winners of game 2, the highest point scorers of game 2. So Feliz winning there did put him in the golden group. If you had won King John, I think you would have also been part of this tiebreaker. It would have been a 3-way tiebreak.
Freak you, Johnny. It's all your fault.
King John, you know, it is what it is.
If I had 6
He's the
more
only
troops,
John.
Feliz would not have killed me.
Hmm.
King
I-
John, if it
Speedster,
makes you
I
feel
just have to
better, if
say-
I knew you needed those six troops, I would have let you have them.
Speedster, I just have to say, I think if I card skipped that turn, I might have still had a chance because Green would have been on 2 cards. I might have been able to kill him and set in instead of taking a card there. I was trying to bank on you and Johnny both not having a set on 4, and that's probably
I
most
don't
likely.
think
was
it
so
matters
close.
because I think if he doesn't kill you, he kills white.
Truth.
Because
Well,
of
no, 'cause
red
if he didn't
opening
have a
set.
lines.
Truth,
If you didn't have a set, is what I'm talking about.
I almost
Oh.
killed you in the first set of turn trades, by the way.
Yeah,
was so
I
close.
called that too. I was like, he's looking at it. He is so tempted to do it right here. And it's like the lines are so tight. He's got to roll like a 16 on like 14, and he's got to roll like a 13 on 13. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so tight.
Yeah. It's also
But,
so
uh,
funny how
probably
close I
would've let you
was
hold that bonus.
to.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I was gonna say I would have probably let you hold that bonus if I wasn't so late in the turn order. If I wasn't so late in the
Oh,
turn
yeah.
order, I probably would let you hold it. But
Yeah, I did mention how he was 3 players ahead of you, and
Yeah.
you could not afford to let him get that strong because he would just sweep everyone
me?
after him.
Yeah.
He would eat you. He would
What's
eat
the problem
everyone.
with that?
The
So
problem
then
is
you-
people have taken
I'm here
plus
for
2s and
first or
plus
last,
3s,
baby, and I
and
got
you
last,
took a plus
alright?
6.
I mean-
Speedster made his thoughts known on stream when he opened up the editor and circled your plus 6
Yep.
and then typed out WTF on the screen.
Yep.
Freak you,
Which is
Speedster. What?
See,
Eh,
also
like-
King John. One of the things that I find interesting about this tournament stuff is like it's a point-based approach, right? Where I think that in the future we might see a like semi-agreement somehow with emotes where I let you hold and then like somehow you and I get through. Like I think there's gonna become a point where people are intelligent enough to like work that out via emotes and just like knowing what's
Hey,
going on.
I
think
will
we'll
sweep
get
the
there.
game. It won't matter if I kill everyone. That's my thought process behind it. Let's put that talk aside.
Mamba, you don't show up for your games anyways.
That's true. I do sleep through quite a few of them. I do. Hey, I own that.
In recent
I own that.
past, yeah.
In
I mean,
recent
true.
past, I've slept
his
through.
dad's better than him, so I mean that's all that matters.
His dad's punctual.
I mean, his dad's like just a way better wrist player, really.
Not even that. His dad
Oh.
would literally show up to a game high on painkillers after just having surgery, apparently. Like, that's real dedication.
Yeah, see,
Who's his dad?
I just sleep really.
Well?
I'm Rugster.
Hey, Truth, can I ask you something? Oh, he muted himself. God damn it, Truth.
I
Immediately.
think he's talking to his stream.
Oh, yeah, he probably is. He's still on.
Drew's just like, damn, Johnny sat there and fed the game, so I didn't make it through. I hate that guy,
Yeah.
you know. And
No,
then
I
Speedster
hate
chat,
Johnny
it's
more.
like, Hey,
Okay.
King John, we've worked together well in the past.
No, not anymore, dude. I hope you break your pinky toe getting in the shower tonight.
Oh my god.
Joke's on
Okay.
you, both of them are already broken.
Well,
King John, he made a good move. Like that's an objectively good move. You'd get way too
Oh,
strong.
I agree. That was the correct
King John,
play.
you would have done the same thing to me, bro. You would have done the same thing to me.
No, I wouldn't have.